So I made a video showing the scale of Maqam Hijaz. In this video, I'm going to show some basic stylistic things using that scale. So I'm going to show some sort of basic stylistic aspects of Turkish wood playing. A lot of this overlaps with Arab, but there are some differences. Anyway, so let's start with a descending Hijaz scale. So starting from here, we go like that. Now, the first step here is to add some vibrato. So now notice that the vibrato is not very wide. It's not like it's not that, right? It's basically this, right? You can also combine this with small slides, especially around here, right? So like that, right? Notice here that I was using these open strings. Of course, you could just just like a guitar, you can play the same notes up here. Now, talking specifically about the slides, the slides are not very pronounced. So it's not like Indian music where you want to really linger on it and make it really obvious, until you reach the next note. It's more sort of that kind of thing, right? So basically I would say the vibrato and the slides are like probably a bit less pronounced than you might think. And the vibrato, you can sort of have a little bit of vibrato on each note or not, but the slides, you want to kind of use it a bit more sparingly. Now, the more complicated things are the trills. So let's start from here on the fifth, okay? So for first thing, we can go, right? So what I'm doing, I'm just going like this. Now, when you speed it up, it's actually not important that each of these notes on the trill are really clear, right? So it's when you speed it up, you can sort of just touch the string and bounce off. Like that, right? So let's look at this one again slowly. A couple little things there. Notice I am sort of connecting this with a slide. And I am adding vibrato there on the end. And then this sort of root note. Another variation you can do here is do this, with the pinky, although that does take a bit of build-up. You can do it either by a position change or like this with the pinky. You can also sort of add a mute on the last note. Right there, there's no mute, so mute. Yeah, that's a small variation. Another sort of very common motif with these trills is that, right? So basically up one, down two. What I was doing there is basically taking this motif and just kind of going down the Hijaz scale. these trills, they do get complicated. You can add sort of multi-note motifs like that. So what I'm doing there is just 2 plucks. Right. That's the note sequence. There's adding some rhythmic variation there too. Another thing, you can combine this with the slides. So or like that, going back like this. So what I did here, I did this downward slide and then back up. I can back up. I can go back up with the slide, or I can go with this note. Like that. So all of these are sort of stylistic things. You should listen to a lot of this music if you want to absorb it. But these are sort of some ideas that you can start with. So you can sort of, just go up and down the scale, improvise, and try and, see different places where you can add them. You'll develop your own, or, hear things and try to imitate them. But this is a good starting point.